Well, we've actually gone live now. So welcome to this live hangout. We've trying to get somebody else on as well. So, whoopsie, if she manages, yeah, that's not, can you hear all of that dinging?
Yes.
Oh, is that just me? Okay. Oh, no. Okay, right, so we're live anyway. I was just going to try and turn you down, but I can't get to my controller thingy, and now I don't know how to switch off those notifications that are ding-donging. So, it won't stop ding-donging. Right, okay. Now, you asked the question about, all sorts. So remind me which one I haven't answered so far today.
Okay. The one that I've been noticing whether I should or not take action on is when I post an advert on my business page, is whether to choose the option and go with a preferred audience or not. I've clicked on it and I get lots of sub categories come up. And then when I click on the subcategory, there are lots of other categories within that subcategory. And it's confusing to choose 16. I think 16 is the maximum magic number you can choose.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure whether chose 16 or didn't choose any, what Facebook would do with my post.
Okay, this is a preferred audience, okay, and it doesn't restrict any of your audience based on the fan base that you already have. But the selection is the key bit, of the selection of the interest, and it's very similar to how you would select and target people based on their interests for adverts or the boost, the blue boost button that you would see, or you can create an advert from something inside called Advert Manager. Now, in this particular case with the preferred audience on your post, it's post specific, so you can change it each time. And it really is just a trial and error type situation. But what you would choose is interests of your fans, not necessarily interests that you believe that your page is categorized under. Okay. So it could be interests. I mean, some of them are going to be very similar because you assume that somebody who is a fan of your page who may want to purchase your product would have an interest in relation to jewelry or gemstones or Reiki or all of the different things that go with your category. So one of the things I first recommend for you to do specifically in your case is think of all of the what you would consider maybe categories would be for you. And you could do it by trial and error, by just sat there for, you don't even have to write the post before you can actually look at the preferred audiences. So if you were to look at interests and see what comes up under, so I should be able to actually screen share. So let's just open a new window and go to do it, just get that sorted. So for example, hopefully now because I have super internet, I should be able to cope with this. It'll just be down to the actual, oh, who's that?
That was my end, I'll turn it off.
Is that your end? Okay, I didn't know if it was Laura joining us or not then. Okay, so hopefully we'll see if Laura can get on. If not, what we'll do next week or maybe next Sunday or another time, we'll organise a group, cyber hero group. So I'm going to just now share the screen. Can you see your page on the screen now? Instead of looking at me, you should be looking at yourself, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, so when you click on the box there, you have this little option that comes up. Now, if you haven't got that option, I'll make a video for anybody else who's watching this recording on how to set this up. So when you click on there, at the moment, have you seen this as well? We are temporarily stopping delivery for adverts in the country of Thailand to respect Thailand's period of mourning for the death of the king. So that's very interesting. Now in here then, so what you would do, if you click on that box first of all, you then have, like you've quite clearly said, the subcategories, right? I would get down to the subcategories or the subcategories, okay? Because then it starts to give you more accurate information. Yeah. So if you then look over here where it's got marriage, okay, and then it's got like 208 million people who have expressed an interest in or like pages related to marriage. Right? Now, if you had written a post about an anniversary gift, then you would want to maybe select the subcategory of marriage. Does that make sense?
Yes, it
or
does.
if you then try to type in anniversary, you can see it then says wedding anniversary.
Right.
Okay, so it can be post specific, and it will then, Facebook will then help your post find some of those people. It's not going to go to those 7 million. After that bit, I don't know exactly what their criteria is.
Okay.
Right? So it is a case of having a play and finding something that fits the post. Right. You know, what you're actually writing about, but also fits your target audience. So you could have a play with other subcategories. Don't know, let's just see, what are the other categories? Hobbies and activities, okay? So it could be, you know, somebody who's into shopping and fashion, okay? Fashion accessories, right? Jewelry.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So you need to just have a play with the options that are available, and then try it and see if it helps your reach.
Okay. And each one, you can do a different category for every time you post, and you can go in again and change it.
Yes.
So it doesn't keep the same information for every post?
No.
Brilliant. Okay.
And at the same time, as well as this being your preferred audience, you could also have audience restrictions if you want to eliminate the waste of time, if you like, okay? So you can then delete certain categories of people, all right? But it will still go to your fans, but Facebook will help encourage it go to those fans that also fulfill that criteria as well.
So when you click on audience restrictions, does another subcategory come up for you to restrict categories too? You
can do it by age, and you can also do it by location and male or female.
Ah, brilliant. So I can restrict everything outside Europe, for instance, and keep it Europe-based?
Yes, you could do.
Brilliant. Okay.
And also then it's a similar process for when you come to choosing for advertising targeting.
Okay.
Okay, so this option of interest, but I'll just unshare the screen now. It's a bit complicated. Stop sharing. So it should pop back. There I am. Yay. Okay. So I also mentioned previously some time ago about your ad preferences, and I think you were one of the people that followed up on that. You had a look at the how you're being targeted by Facebook. Well, this is also through your interests. So it is something that you have to play with, and this will be like your investment in your time before you spend any money. You can almost like have a free run at how you would advertise by using the preferred page audience. So if you have go with the preferred page audience tool and see if it helps your reach, or see if you get more of the right engagement, or see if you get people asking you the right sort of questions, or even, fingers crossed, buying the product, then you know that preferred audience that you've selected is actually probably a really good fit for you. And you can then utilize that and maybe do a paid version using the boost, and you have the same options to select those very similar interests.
So it's worth spending an extra minute or two with each post doing the audience restriction as well as the preferred audience, isn't it?
Well, I would give it a go on one or two, and then sit and see how it goes. Don't spend a lot of time initially, have a play, record your findings, have a look in your insights and see how the post goes. And then if it starts to show you, because it might take you a couple of weeks of doing 1 or 2 of these preferred audience posts to see how it goes, because I always think there's like 28-day turnaround with lots of these things on Facebook, and it's also then the commitment to it. But I don't want you to spend like 20-30 minutes and then find that it's not actually going to help you. Do you know what I mean? Because that's not a good return on your investment. And in this case, we're saying investment is your time, not your money.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, well listen, it's nearly 1 o'clock, but thank you for being around, for all that time and participating in the
question that I think might be helpful to other people as well as to me. And that's on my page, when I go to my About section and the map, I'm somewhere in Bekistan or somewhere.
Ah, yes, I remember now.
I don't know how to change that to my local area.
Okay.
Maybe not now, but maybe you could do a video on how to change that. And
Yes.
I think other people would find that helpful and useful, just like moi.
Okie doke, I will do that. I've lost us now. Just for anybody wondering, Eunice can't get her camera to work, which is why we're looking at a pretty picture of her business there, or you've had me on the screen most of the time. All right then, well, I'll do that. Will you just post that in the event so I can remember, and I'll try and capture everybody else's questions that I haven't been able to answer, and I'll find out when everybody would like to do this again.
Okay, it's been brilliant. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks Eunice.
Bye.
Speak to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.